One thing with working through constantly feeling like you need to improve and like reach a certain place is that understanding not only are you perfect where you are right now, but you're only ever in the now. Literally, there's only ever the now. The past is in the now, the future's in the now. You're always here now. You are being of the now. You're in all that is being, that is in the now. How many different ways can I say that? But the point is that you constantly chasing to reach a certain place, to be a certain you, to allow yourself for your ego that has labeled this specific version of you that you need to reach this place for permission to be whatever it is that you're trying to be when you reach that version of you, or heal that past version of you, to reconcile and acknowledge that version of you that is probably sad and went through something that you're still holding on to. And then the future you is trying to control literally all that is the whole system of who you are, to create this path to reach this certain place, to be this version of you, rather than just accepting who you are in the now. And it's not easy, but the point is whatever version of you is saying that you need to be to fix this version of you or reach this specific place, that's pretty much communicating that you're not enough and is shaming and then guilting you and then feeling inadequate and unworthy, is a version of you that isn't who you authentically are. And that's why they're being so loud. That's why the unworthiness and the inadequacy is so loud and prominent, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually and energetically, is that it wants to be heard. It wants to be acknowledged. It doesn't want to, because it's only going to get louder. That's what anxiety does. Or depression just drops you in deeper. It gets heavier, or it gets louder. Because if you don't do anything about it, it's just going to get louder, like I said. And then your reality reflects that in the tower moments and shittier experiences, because you're not acknowledging what's happening within. You're helplessly giving away your power, your worth, your value to fix something from the past, or try and control and manipulate and frustratingly conjure up this experience for your ego to feel comfort, rather than to transmute what it is that's actually the core, the seed, the root of that thing that's being grown in the way it's not meant to. You're existing in a way that's not authentically who you are. And man, I mean, that's like that's another perspective that I talk about with the spiritual journey, and how there's so much external validation and worth. And it's been normalized. It's expected that you try and manufacture this version of you to maintain a mask and illusion that isn't who you authentically are, for the approval, validation, success, wealth, approval, body, intelligence, whatever, of how you were raised and people around you now, as well as the illusion of who you believe who you are now, rather than who you authentically are. And the only way, truly, honestly, how to go about healing is to do the work and to meditate and to journal and to learn how to be present emotionally, physically, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually with yourself. And it's a journey and it's an experience. You spent your whole life not doing that, so it's not going to change overnight, But there's so much beauty in that unmasking, uncovering, the healing and transmuting, the alchemizing of the way how you denied yourself. This is a very direct, blunt message, and as well as breaking down kind of the foundations of some spiritual stuff. But ultimately, you have the power to change and to know that you are enough. That's what I started talking about at the beginning of this message, is that you're enough, and the only person that can validate and value and know that you're enough and embody that worthiness is you. No chasing, because what you're chasing is a shadow. And until you start walking your own path, the shadow has no choice but to follow you, because it is your shadow. Your shadow is your denied inner child that was told no in whatever way you're chasing and hoping for that worth and enoughness to reach a certain place. So yeah. But the irony and the paradox is it's all here, right here now, within you. Your physical reality is literally a reflection of you, and it's an illusion. But what may frustrate you to hear that is also the beauty as well, because it's always a polarity. This experience on this planet is one of contrast. Whatever darkness there is, there's also the beauty, the polarity on the other side. And what is keeping you from that is that shadow, the ego, the illusion, the wounds, the denial of self, and your authenticity. And the journey and mountains in between that is one step at a time, one now at a time. And only you have the power to change that, to do that, to take that journey. Because that's why you fucking chose to have this life in the first place. Is to almost some self-sadistic forgetting of self, and to remember and to re-empower yourself, to reclaim what is who you truly and authentically are in some fucked up ways. And it's all unique but beautiful. It gets easier and better when you keep consistently doing it and not stopping. Yeah. So keep going. If you were seeing this, if you've made it this far, believe in yourself. And one step at a time. You're allowed to have shitty days, because with that comes the beautiful days. Like I said, with darkness there is light.